Greetings and welcome back to another episode of Conquering Diabetes. This isn't necessarily about diabetes, but I think that there can be a link between high blood sugars, high insulin levels, and the way it affects your heart. So I'd had heart palpitations for as long as I could remember. Anytime I brought it up to the doctor, they dismissed it as no big deal. In my 40s, though, it started getting worse. For a while, it was all day long that I would be having them. I knew my doctor would blame coffee, so I went caffeine-free for almost a month to see if it made any difference. It did not. Matter of fact, I had the worst palpitations on day 28 of that experiment, so I gave up. I wore a Holter monitor. They told me to write down what I was doing every time I had a palpitation, but I was getting multiple palpitations every minute. So trying to document what was going on was very difficult. I had all kinds of testing done, including an ultrasound of the heart, where they discovered one of the valves wasn't closing all the way and blood was backing up, and that would cause that jerking sensation. They also saw calcifications, which was interesting since my cholesterol was always fine. When the cardiologist went over the results of the testing, he said, "Congratulations, you'll be a cardiac patient for the rest of your life." This was maybe a year or two before I changed my diet. Before I started low carb, I was still having the palpitations all day long. It was hard to go to sleep at night because my heart felt like it was going to jerk out of my chest. 4 days into the diet, though, as I was going to sleep, I sat up. Something was different. Something weird was going on, but I couldn't put my finger on it. It took me a minute to realize that the palpitations were gone. It was so peaceful. That was the moment where I said I was going to do this diet for the rest of my life. No doctor had said anything about diet being linked to the palpitations. I'm guessing they didn't know. Now, I will still get a palpitation here and there. They're almost always around my cycle. And with the research that I've done, that's supposed to be normal for women. But it's not even close to the level that it was in the past. This makes me wonder, what was my heart missing? I've read that the heart runs best on fatty acids. Was it because I increased the amount of butter I was eating? Was it the decrease in carbs? Whatever the case, what a joy it is to not be constantly distracted by the crazy gymnastics my heart was doing. One last point. I've heard people say that the benefits of doing this diet are placebo. You expect something, and when you get it, you link it to the diet. I was not expecting my heart palpitations to go away. I hadn't heard a single person mention heart palpitations. And to my knowledge, I think I'm the only one that I've heard say this. Maybe there's someone else out there and I'm just forgetting them. But anyway, I hadn't seen that in any of my research, and I still haven't. It's not placebo if you weren't looking for it. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.